The secret garden in the heart of the bustling city of Everwood, there was an oasis of tranquility known as the Crescent Garden. Nestled between towering buildings and hidden from the hurried pace of city life, the garden was a haven of peace and beauty. It had been tended for generations by the Morrow family, who had passed down their love of plants and nature like a cherished heirloom. Amelia Morrow, the latest custodian of the garden, was a woman of gentle spirit and deep connection to the earth. Her mornings began at dawn, with the first light filtering through the leaves and casting a golden glow on the dewdrops that adorned the flowers. She would walk through the garden, her hands brushing against the petals, whispering words of encouragement to each plant. The Crescent Garden was no ordinary garden. It was a place of enchantment, where flowers bloomed in impossible colors and the air was filled with the melodies of songbirds. There were winding paths lined with roses, secret nooks shaded by ancient oaks, and a sparkling pond where lilies floated serenely. It was said that the garden had a life of its own, responding to the care and love it received. One spring morning, as Amelia tended to a particularly stubborn patch of violets, she noticed a young man standing at the entrance of the garden. He looked hesitant, as if unsure whether he was welcome. Amelia wiped her hands on her apron and approached him with a warm smile. "Good morning," she said, her voice as soothing as the rustle of leaves. "Can I help you?" The young man, who introduced himself as Nathan, nodded nervously. "I hope so. I've heard about this garden and how it's a place of healing and peace. I lost someone very dear to me recently, and I thought maybe being here could help." Amelia's heart went out to him. She knew the pain of loss, and she believed deeply in the garden's power to heal. "You're welcome to stay as long as you like," she said gently. "The garden has a way of providing what you need, even if you don't know what that is yet." Nathan spent his days wandering the garden, finding solace in its beauty and tranquility. He would sit by the pond, watching the lilies sway on the water, or lose himself in the fragrance of the roses. Amelia would often find him with a sketchbook, capturing the garden's wonders with a talent that hinted at a deep love for art. As the weeks passed, a quiet friendship blossomed between Amelia and Nathan. They would share stories over cups of tea in a cozy corner of the garden, Nathan speaking of his late wife, Lily, and the dreams they had shared. Amelia, in turn, would tell him about the history of the garden and the secrets it held. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the garden was bathed in twilight, Nathan approached Amelia with a request. "Amelia, I'd like to create something in the garden, a tribute to Lily. She loved gardens, and I think she would have found peace here." Amelia's eyes sparkled with understanding. "Of course, Nathan. The garden is a place for memories as much as it is for life. What did you have in mind?" Nathan led her to a secluded part of the garden, a small clearing surrounded by willows. "I was thinking of planting a tree here, a cherry blossom. Lily loved cherry blossoms. And maybe a bench, where people can sit and remember their loved ones." Amelia smiled, her heart touched by his idea. "I think that's a beautiful tribute. Let's do it together." They worked side by side, preparing the soil and planting the young cherry blossom tree. Nathan crafted a wooden bench, inscribing it with the words in memory of Lily and a quote from one of her favorite poems. As they worked, the garden seemed to respond, the air filled with a sense of purpose and renewal. The cherry blossom tree flourished under their care, its delicate pink flowers a symbol of love and remembrance. The bench became a place where visitors would sit and reflect, finding comfort in the garden's embrace. Nathan's tribute to Lily brought a new layer of depth to the Crescent Garden, weaving his story into its rich tapestry. Through his time in the garden, Nathan found healing. The pain of his loss softened, replaced by a sense of peace and gratitude for the memories he cherished. He continued to visit the garden, his sketchbook filled with drawings of its wonders and his heart lighter with each passing day. Amelia watched with joy as Nathan began to smile again, his laughter mingling with the songbirds' melodies. She knew that the garden had worked its magic once more, bringing healing and hope to a wounded heart. One evening, as they sat together beneath the blossoming cherry tree, Nathan turned to Amelia. "Thank you, Amelia. The garden has given me so much more than I could have imagined. It's helped me remember the beauty of life and the importance of cherishing every moment." Amelia squeezed his hand, her eyes shining with compassion. "The garden has a way of showing us what truly matters. It's a place of growth, both for the plants and for us. I'm glad it could help you find peace." As the stars began to twinkle above, Amelia and Nathan sat in companionable silence, surrounded by the garden's gentle embrace. The Crescent Garden, with its timeless beauty and healing power, continued to be a sanctuary for all who entered its gates, a testament to the enduring strength of nature and the human spirit.